Okay guys, this is Mr. M talking, and today I'm going to show you guys how to solve some basic linear equations, both numerically, like solving an equation, and using a graph. Okay, so let's start out with the first example here. So look what we have, 5x plus 6 equals 11. Now, first step, you might think it would just be to subtract 6 from both sides, which does work, but I would like to think about it in a different way. Instead of subtracting 6 from both sides, you have to take the 6, think of taking the 6 to the other side directly. Instead of subtracting it from both sides, think of just pulling it over to the other side, and then when you do that, you have to change the sign. So this plus here becomes a minus. So then you end up with 5x equals, well, 11 minus 6, that's 5. And then you end up with x equals 1. It's pretty simple. Let's confirm it with the graph. So, sorry, I have to clear these. I'll put in the first graph, 5x plus 6. The second graph will be 11. And we'll make a standard window. Oh, sorry, this is out the window range. Let me change that a little bit. And then if we calculate where they intersect, you can see that the answer is indeed 1. Alright, that was pretty simple. Let's move on to the next one. 2x plus 9 equals 13. Again, we'll start with the same process. We'll move the 9 to the other side and change the plus to a minus, so that when we end up with 2x equals 4. And then you take this 2 to the other side. Instead of multiplying, now you have to divide. So now you end up with x equals 2. So again, subtract the 9, take it to the other side, then you take this 2 to the other side. Instead of multiplying here, you have to divide, end up with x equals 2. And then we'll see this on the graph here. 2x plus 9 equals 13. And then when we calculate the intersection, we can see that it is indeed x equals 2, as we found before. Alright, let's move on to this last problem. So, 4x plus 6 equals 16. Now, before starting to move the 6 to the other side, which of course you could do, let's notice that everything here is divisible by 2. 4 is even, 6 is even, and 16 are all even. So, to simplify this, we could just start out by making it 2x plus 3 equal 8. And that divides everything by 2 and makes the numbers a little bit nicer to look at. So, now we'll take the 3, move it to the other side, and change the plus to a minus. We get 2x equals to 5. And then finally, take the 2 to the other side, change the multiplication to a division. X equals 5 over 2. Or you could also write that as 2.5. Finally, let's confirm that answer with the graph. 4x plus 6. And change that to 16. And then calculate. Note that I'm pressing 5, and that corresponds with the calculate the intersect. And then I just kind of scroll over. And you can see indeed that the answer is 2.5. Well, there you go, folks. Hopefully you're happy with that, and I'll see you in another video.